Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Drives channel where we dive deep into the world of motorcycles, from first impressions to in-depth reviews and everything in between. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a ride with us. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of the most talked about mid-range sport bikes of the year, the Suzuki GSX-8R. This bike has made some serious waves in the industry, especially among riders who want the sweet spot between everyday usability and weekend thrill. Suzuki has really gone for a modern, versatile approach with this one, so let's dig into what makes the GSX-8R such a compelling package. First things first, the GSX-8R is Suzuki's fared version of their highly praised GSX-8S naked bike. It shares the same 776cc parallel twin-engine ADOC unit that's both smooth and punchy, delivering around 82 horsepower and about 78 Nm of torque. Now, on paper, those numbers might not seem groundbreaking, but when you pair them with a well-tuned chassis, great throttle response, and a lightweight design, the real-world performance tells a whole different story. Suzuki has clearly targeted a broad audience with the GSX-8R, whether you're a new rider stepping up from a smaller bike, or a seasoned rider looking for a mid-weight machine that won't break your back or your wallet. This bike really hits a sweet spot. What makes it even more interesting is how it rides. The power delivery is super linear, it doesn't overwhelm, and it's incredibly predictable, which makes it really fun in the twisties but also manageable in city traffic. The engine is new for Suzuki, and it's pretty refined. That 270-degree crank gives it a bit of a V-twin character and nice rumble and plenty of low-end torque. It's not screamer fast like some inline fours, but what you get instead is usable, friendly power throughout the rev range. And honestly, that's what most riders need. The gearbox is slick, shifts are smooth, and Suzuki throws in a bi-directional quickshifter as standard, something we really appreciate in this price range. Now, let's talk about the design, because Suzuki really stepped up their styling game with the 8R. The bike looks sharp, aggressive lines, LED lighting all around, and that aerodynamic fairing that gives it a proper sport bike vibe without going over the top. It's not trying to be a track monster, and that's exactly the point. It looks modern, purposeful, and just aggressive enough to make a statement. The ergonomics are a nice blend too. You're not fully tucked in like on a Supersport, but it's sportier than the upright GSX-8S. The clip-on bars are slightly raised, so you still get comfort for longer rides without sacrificing the fun when the road gets twisty. The seat is comfy, and at about 810 mm, the seat height makes it approachable for a lot of riders. You can easily plant your feet if you're under 6 feet tall, and it still gives enough legroom for taller riders too. Suspension-wise, the GSX-8R is running with Showa SFFBP forks up front and a monoshock in the rear. The setup is non-adjustable up front but preload adjustable at the rear. It's clearly tuned more for road use than track days, and that's perfectly fine. You get a plush ride over rougher city roads, and it holds itself pretty well during spirited weekend rides. It's not razor-sharp like a track-focused machine, but again, Suzuki isn't chasing lap times here. This is about fun, comfort, and confidence. Braking is handled by Nissan radial calipers up front with twin 310mm discs. There's decent bite and progression, and the ABS system is non-intrusive. While it's not track-rated braking performance, it's more than adequate for road use and casual sport riding. Paired with the 17-inch cast aluminum wheels and Dunlop Road Sport 2 tires, the GSX-8R inspires confidence in corners and under braking. Now, one of the things that really impressed us is the electronics package. Suzuki gives you a 5-inch TFT display, which is super crisp and easy to read, even in bright sunlight. You've got riding modes, 3-level traction control, and that aforementioned quickshifter. It's a simple but very functional system. You don't get a move-based cornering ABS or a lean-sensitive traction control, but for this segment, we think Suzuki nailed the balance between price and tech. Everything works smoothly and intuitively, and no excessive menus or complications. Fuel economy is solid too. We're seeing averages around 55 to 60 miles per gallon, which means you can comfortably get over 200 miles on a single tank. That's a big plus for commuters and those planning longer weekend trips. Speaking of long rides, the GSX-8R is actually a pretty good touring companion. There's enough wind protection from the fairing to make highway cruising comfortable, and there are accessory options available if you want to add saddlebags or a tail pack. Suzuki even offers heated grips and a touring windscreen as factory add-ons. It's little things like this that show Suzuki's really trying to make this a well-rounded bike, not just a pretty face. In terms of weight, the GSX-8R comes in at around 205 kilograms wet. That puts it in a very manageable category A, not featherlight, but definitely not heavy. It feels light on its feet, easy to maneuver at low speeds, and stable in fast corners. The chassis is predictable, and you never feel like it's doing anything unexpected. So, who is this bike really for? Honestly, a lot of people. If you're upgrading from a 300cc or a 500cc bike and want something sporty without going to a full Supersport, this is a fantastic next step. If you're an experienced rider who wants something that won't wear you out but still gives you thrills, the GSX-8R checks those boxes too. And if you're someone who rides daily and wants a little excitement during the commute, this could be the perfect do-it-all machine. In terms of price, Suzuki's positioning is very smart. It undercuts a lot of its direct rivals while offering standard features like the quickshifter and TFT dash that some competitors either don't have or charge extra for. You're getting a lot of bike for your money, and that's something Suzuki's always been good at. Of course, it's not perfect. Some riders might want fully adjustable suspension, or more high-end braking components, or a more track-oriented setup. But honestly, those aren't the goals here. The GSX-8R is about balance. It's about giving you just enough of everything to enjoy the ride, whether you're carving back roads, heading to work, or just going for a Sunday cruise. Suzuki has built something that feels fresh, refined, and extremely approachable. It doesn't try to be the fastest or the flashiest, it just wants to be a great motorcycle, and in our opinion, it really succeeds at that. It's a proper evolution of what a middleweight sport bike should be in 2025, comfortable, capable, and genuinely fun to ride. So, if you're in the market for a midweight sport bike that offers real-world usability, approachable power, and modern styling without needing to sacrifice your spine or your savings, the GSX-8R deserves a serious look. That's all for today's ride. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more motorcycle reviews, riding tips, and industry updates, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Say, what do you think about the GSX-8R? Would you take it over the Yamaha R7 or maybe the Honda CBR 650R? Let's talk about it below. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.